Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I'm showing you SDR Uno, which is connected to my new RSPduo that the people at SDR Place sent me, and I've been struggling with it. It's got a number of additional features that the RSP1 and 1A didn't have. And the main one, as far as the hardware is concerned, is those multiple antenna connections. The high Z connection and the 250 ohm connection for the two tuners. Now, what I've been experimenting with my RSP1A and now the Duo is this newer scan function down here. And specifically, what I have been doing is one of my subscribers generated for me from the EIBI shortwave database, which has all the frequencies and all the stations that are active right now. Well, are active. I should say just they're active. I don't know if they're active right now or not. And you can load, it's a CSV file, and you can load that into SDR Uno. Actually, you use the word or the option import. You go down here, you right click here, and you import EIBI CSV files. So anyway, he took that EIBI CSV file, which is humongous. It's got thousands of entries. And if you import that directly into SDR Uno, the format of the file is that on a given frequency, it lists duplicates for a given station, and the duplicates are showing you each of the programs that are on at a given time on a given frequency. So you got a lot of duplicates. So in the case of scanning, using that to do a memory bank scan, it takes forever because it's got to go through every one of those entries. So what the gentleman did for me, or for us, is he went into Excel and removed all those duplicates. Now, they're not really duplicates because they're the same entry for the same frequency, same station, with different times that a particular program is on. So we got rid of all those. We don't care about that when we're doing this. So that reduced that database down to like 30 or 40% of its original. Then I took that file that he sent me and I broke it down into smaller files based on the international broadcast bands. For instance, the 31 meter band. So I've got a smaller file for, say, the 31 meter band. This one, I believe, is for the 49 meter band. So I can use that to do a search using this scan option. Not a search, but a scan, using the scan option. So I had done that in the past with the RSP1A, which only has one antenna input. Now, what I did is I took one of those files that I created for the RSP1A that was working, and I just loaded it into SDR Uno with the RSPduo, which has 3 antenna connections. And I did that via the import option here. So I imported using EIBI CSV file, which is the file that him and I created. He created the original, I created a smaller file, and imported it. Okay, so that's okay. So then I told it to scan that memory bank. Here's one right here. Well, I noticed that the signal level was way down in the mud. And I'm like, gosh, I know band conditions are bad, but they can't be that bad. So I fooled around with it, checked my antenna connections and everything, and I thought, whoa, worst case, I broke the RSPduo. So what the heck is going on? So I finally noticed that when I started the scan by memory bank, this memory bank here, it would switch from the 50 ohm input on tuner 1 to high Z, which there's no antenna connected on high Z. And I'm like, what the heck is it doing that for? So finally, out of frustration, I got on the SDR Play website and started what they call a ticket on a problem. You can also do tickets on just feedback and just general information. So I did one. I considered this a problem, at least for me at the time. So then I went back and I said, okay, let me see what else I can find out about this. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for feedback. Okay, so I did it again, and I'm like, so I tried to regenerate that file that I had made before. And what the file I was using to do this was I had imported the IB file, the small one that I made for this meter band, and then I saved it bank as, I called it 41 meter for RSPduo, and then I was using that. So that's what I was actually using. I couldn't get it to work, so I tried a different one, 31 meters. Same thing. Would start, I'd have it set for 50 ohms, and as soon as I start to scan, it would go high Z. And I was like, why is it doing that? So, after experimenting for about an hour, I sent an email to Rob, who runs the 741 channel, who has been using the RSPduo for over a year. And I asked him about this. And he said, yeah, I've seen that before. And I think he said he couldn't remember how he fixed it, but he fixed it. He may have told me how he fixed it. My memory's so bad I can't remember. Anyway, what it boils down to is over here, this is for the RSPduo, or actually the RS for the SDR Uno software with an RSPduo connected, which has these multiple tuners, multiple antennas. When it imports these CSV files, it has another column for this radio in this memory database because it has those extra antenna connections. And when it imports it, and this is eventually what the RSP people told me, is that it has to fill in that column selecting the antenna. And it has to put something in there because you're importing the CSV file, which doesn't have that information in there. And so it defaults to adding, and I'll go over here right now, we'll slide over here. Whoops. And this is already, I've already fixed this. The port that it defaults to when it does the import is high Z. And so that's why after I did the import and save, and I was trying to do the scan, it was switching to high Z. And every entry had high Z over here. So in another email from Rob, he says, well, you can just fix that easily. Just go into your CSV file using like WordPad and search for high Z and do a replace of antenna A or B, whichever you want, and save that file, import that file, and then save that as a SDR Uno file, and you're good to go. Which it worked. So I sent in another reply to SDR Play and say, yep, that's the problem. It's defaulting if you take a raw CSV file and adding the antenna port high Z, which is causing the problem. So it's not really a glitch. It's just, again, a case of understanding what the software does. So that problem is now solved. It now does the scan. It doesn't switch to the antenna connection that I don't have anything connected to, and it's working perfect, and I should be able to show you that right now. So I'm in the play mode, and we got a couple of signals, still not that great. And this is the memory bank I made from a CSV file. It's basically, this one is basically the 49 meter band. I think it goes a little beyond that. So we can do scan, and now it's scanning, and you can see that we've got some signals there, and it's staying in 50 ohm mode. Yep, there's a station. Let's stop. Oh, I didn't stop it fast enough. So it found a station. Let's see if it finds that next station. Yeah, hold it. Stop. Okay, so it's working. It's working. Turn the volume up a little bit. Turn the volume up a little bit. Did I do stop? Yeah, that was the problem. I didn't do stop, I did pause. So there we go. It's working. So I am, once again, totally amazed at this receiver, the RSPduo, and the SDR Uno software. Now, as I showed in my previous video to this one, they are coming out with a new major upgrade for the RSPduo, which has those two tuners, and giving you the option to combine two of the three antenna inputs into one. I think, now this is my opinion, I'm guessing, I think you can only combine the two 50 ohm inputs. You may be able to combine any of the three. Well, I shouldn't say any of the three. You may be able to combine the tuner 1, which has high Z and 50 ohms, and one of those two, and tuner 2, which is 50 ohms only, to get a composite signal, which should be enhanced, and you probably be able to do some other things. They had that little extra screen that they didn't explain in that short demo. They did say at the very end that that software is coming out in the next couple of weeks. I guess they're going to try to get some feedbacks at the Hamvention this weekend and do any final tweaking they need to do. Anyway, that's it. I'm still learning this software. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up, and have a great day. Bye-bye.